for John. Do you want to present
this
John?
is special for John.
We got a couple for John that just were kind of perfect.
We got a special award for John here. It's the license to bullshit. I think probably the only person here that really knows the art of bullshit. And I really think he should have had my job tonight. But since I'm a senior citizen, and I got the job. But license to bullshit. Now this is to certify that the person named and described on the reverse side has been licensed to exaggerate, fabricate, distort, or just plain lie. It's not transferable. But you know, the thing is, John is a salesman. He's a good one. He can sell because, he's rising up in the company he's at. He's getting up in the air. And the salesmen that come and see me, I'm in a position where salesmen come and talk to me. And the first thing I tell the guy that comes in to see me, he says, "What kind of bullshit are you going to give me now?" And that is true. And the more he bullshits, the more he can sell. And this is fact. And that is yours. Put it in your wallet, and you've got the license to do whatever you need.
No expiration date.
The
longer you do it, the better you get.
Something was brought to my attention, which I really didn't know about, because we're off to the farm and all this is off the farm and that. I didn't know that John had a problem with sex. He didn't know really what sex was. He was growing up, and he'd ask questions and nobody would give him the right answers. And he was always confused. But evidently he did learn something about sex because he got 3 wonderful children growing up. So he did learn something.
Linda taught me all.
Linda. But here's something to first educate you into knowing all about sex. And the book was written as everything you always wanted to know about sex.
Right now, and then
now, if there's anything that you don't know,
it ought to be here, right?
It should be in the book.
that was prompted by all those things you wrote in.
Linda, be careful. You don't know what you're getting into now.
You'll be up all night.
John, everything I haven't told you yet.
You can read.
We got another special award for Ralph. And this I understand when Ralph was a kid, a young guy, he used to steal his corncob pipe and go up the lane and he'd smoke and he'd hide it in the lane. If you know what a lane is, that's what it's called. He used to go out to pasture. Imagine what, about 1,000 feet, 600 feet? That lane we had going out to the farm?
Evelyn took it.
And
did you?
I
don't remember that.
But anyway, he used to take his corn, he took his corn and he'd go up there and smoke it, and then when he'd come back, he'd hide it. And one day, behold, the pipe disappeared.
And the tobacco, and the matches.
Everything disappeared. So tonight, we want to present Ralph with a brand new corncob pipe.
The only thing I still like to know is who the hell took it? Rosemary or Evelyn?
Somebody took it.
But I got a little story about the smoking bit. I told it last night, but I'm going to tell it again. Rosemary and I had 12 packs of cigarettes that we stole out of Uncle Mike's car, and that we stole, and that we had all these cigarettes up in the steeple of the barn, up in the steeple. And one day we got friendly with Ralph, right, Rosemary? We told Ralph about all these cigarettes. But that wasn't so bad. He not only took our cigarettes, he told LaVon, and she told Mom. tattletale.
Okay, wait a minute. Liz and Rosemary, because of this, I brought you both some gum papers so you could roll your own. Liz? That's for Rosie, because since I
We
got
used to
your
roll up
cigarette.
coffee.
Huh?
We used to roll up coffee.
I used to dry up clover leaves.
Anything you have.
We got one more left. Now, this is for
That
Liz,
sucker, I
okay?
feel like.
Okay. One more.
Okay, we got one more for Liz. The license to bitch. This is to certify that the person named and described on the reverse side has been licensed, obstinate, honoring, local, stubborn, opinionated, or just plain bitchy. Jack, can you contest to that?
That's right.
Notice we put on here that indefinite license to bitch.
Yeah.
But you all realize that I love you all, and when I bitch, it don't mean nothing. It's just me.
Jack, is that true? It is true, actually. Okay. Now, I got a couple things to say, you know. I've been standing up here and listening to all this stuff, and I was the mild child of the family. Nobody has said too much about what I did. It's been everybody to me. But some of the things that I come up with that I don't think when I was young that you people aren't aware of that I did. Before your time. I'm older. It's got to be before your time. But I remember, you know, I guess living with Mom and Dad the first years, some of the stuff that stuck to my mind what I did, in which I got hell for, and which scared the shit out of me, really, is when Pa got on me for it. But this is one of the things I did is when I was in the bar in Milton College, we always had the 2-wheel cart. You remember those? Ralph, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
I remember them.
Some of the stuff, this is some of the things that was vivid in my mind is what I did. And then as I was pushing this cart out, and I hit something and the can went over and flew. And all the milk all over the floor. And I rocked. I mean, I was scared. I was maybe 5 years old. That's one thing that sticks in my mind. It just scared the hell out of me. And the second thing I did was out feeding chickens. And I fed chickens. I knew how to feed chickens. You go to Brainerd, take a scoopful of grain, throw it out in the yard, and you feed the chickens. But I fed the hell out of those chickens. I take it after the granary.
That was in Shakopee.
Oh, that was in Prior Lake.
Oh, okay.
That was before Shakopee. That's what I say. It was before.
Who the hell let the horses in the barn in Shakopee that Queen died?
I don't know. That wasn't me. I wasn't responsible for that one. That one got in there and it's Brainerd now.
I heard it was Ralph and Evelyn.
Well, we was.
But anyway, you know, I wasn't an angel. I got in a lot of trouble. And I got I scared the hell out of me. And I used to like to climb. And why I ain't dead, I don't know. But I remember that was in Prior Lake. We had the windmill, and I can barely remember climbing that thing up on top and getting back down again. And I must have been not over 5.
We had a windmill in Shakopee too.
Yeah, we had one there. I don't know if I climbed down. The only one I can remember is one in Prior Lake. That's some of the stuff that sticks to my mind is what I did as a kid. Yeah. Really, I used to climb a lot. Trees, barns, one the other side. And why I never fell, I don't know. But I wasn't that
I think
great.
we all did,
You're
yeah.
the ones that taught the rest of us, huh?
I guess so. We used to climb the silo, and I climbed the silo at Shell Lake there. We used to get on the roof of that thing. And that was steep to get out from that hole up there and get on the roof.
That was scary.
Yeah. The thing is, talking about Ralph smoking a pipe. Mike Schuster had a pipe. Small one. It wasn't a corn cob, it was a small one. I used to sneak that sucker out and smoke it. That's before we moved to Shell Lake. So I was pretty young. I must have been, what, 10, 11?
Yeah.
And mysteriously one night, I was going someplace, and mysteriously one night the woodpile caught on fire. And that sucker had a blaze going, you wouldn't know what. But what happened, I was going down someplace to the neighbors or what, I was going someplace. And I remember I put the pipe out, it took knock the ashes out, I put it out in the sawdust. I thought it was out. But it didn't go out. About 9 o'clock that night, we had a bonfire, you wouldn't believe. And I don't know if anybody, Mike Schuster knew about it. I did it because he accused me of it, I admitted to him, but I don't know if anybody else ever thought about who did it or not. I think probably they did, but that's one of my little lies. I wasn't the angel of the family. I was the devil, really.
Took you 51 years to
Run away from home a lot. Did all these good things. But this is some of the memories I had when I was a kid growing up, even before your time. Growing up, Ralph and I used to kick hell out of him. I didn't want to do something, so I had to go for it. You know, I didn't want to do something. I had to go for it. I just kick his ass and you do it. You know, and I was bigger than he was. But I quit that. I quit that. You don't do that anymore.
I passed it on.
We're right down the line. Huh?
You that you and it didn't work.
Evelyn, she used to, you know, he was in shock me there. That's funny. She isn't dead. First things I can remember is we used to have the shoot on cement floor and eat at the hay barn. She went through and fell on the cement, knocked out. She didn't know where she was. Adam, do we take her to the doctor or we just let her come out of the door?
Where's the doctor? That's right.